All right, come on. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else. Recording this to Sunday after film session Saturday. You guys can recall if you tuned in last week, we talked about, how relatable college football is over here in the Move Swiftly world, and how much I love it, how much I diagnose, how much I just, breathe it and use it as an example to teach teamwork in regards to just all of the reasons folks are playing, yesterday I was actually really excited to catch the Senior Bowl, see how that was, because I knew tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the difference between the Pro Bowl games and what the Pro Bowl used to be in the NFL. And so I happened to be watching it. I was watching it at a Duffy's, and I didn't have it. There was no sound on when I was watching it because it wasn't that, it wasn't the main event and all that. So there was no sound. And as I'm, again, watching the game, because that's what I do, I watch the game and I analyze it, I break it down. have a scout's perspective, a scout's worldview of the game. And I'm noticing that number 7 on the back of all the players' helmets. And I'm not hearing the story as the game is going on. I'm not hearing the play-by-play announcers talk about it or anything like that. So I didn't know what the 7 actually meant, but it did catch my eye. And the way that Senior Bowl ended was that of Jack Bech, name who I admittedly didn't know who that was until literally that moment when he caught the game winner. It's like a movie, right? Like a movie script. All the players are wearing number 7. He's wearing number 7. And he catches all the players, when I say wearing number 7, they have the little decal on their helmet that says 7. And he catches the game-winning touchdown in the fourth quarter, 4th down. And, he's the one that they came across. And apparently he's been having a great week of practice, and his draft stock has gone up and all that kind of stuff, right? So as he caught that game-winning touchdown, I'm just thinking it's just their excitement about winning the actual game. But then I saw this guy come in and hug him to the point where they were hugging like they were celebrating something they were thinking of something that wasn't as related to football. And then, I got the story. It kind of intrigued me, especially seeing that I was going to be talking about, the All-Star game in the NFL tomorrow. Intrigued me as to what was so significant about that touchdown. And then, the news came out that his older brother, Jack Bech's older brother, was among the victims that were unfortunately lost their lives a month ago in the terrorist attack in New Orleans. And his whole background, his whole story is New Orleans. In fact, he went to LSU and he transferred to TCU, but his core, the core of him, who he's all about, he's an LSU Tiger player. He just went to a TCU because it was going to be a great opportunity for him to, get some game film out there and increase his draft stock and all that kind of stuff. So I bring all that up because it's not just a game. All right, it's not just a game. I get teary-eyed. I think about these things. I think about how it builds family. I think about the fact that as much football as I watch, I would not have even known this story had it not been for the game, had it not been for you going out there, playing your hardest, doing it for some reasons that are bigger than yourself, and being able to honor the people that have sacrificed so much for you to play this game. All right, and when we think about this offseason, we think about this week, we're officially a week away from the quote-unquote biggest game of the entire year, which is the Super Bowl. You got to understand, with all the show and the performances and the sponsors and the ads, all that stuff that, helps to build an audience, the core of this game is family, man. The core of this game is every time you get an opportunity to strap it up, every time you get an opportunity to go compete, every time you are blessed to be out there competing, you got to be doing it for reasons that are bigger than yourself. And one of the things that I really appreciated, truly appreciated with them young college boys, man, them young kids, is that they absolutely did play their ass off in that Senior Bowl. And, I'll dive deeper into this tomorrow, but, when we see the downfall of both the NFL and the NBA All-Star games, they could learn a thing or two, because there's so many guys out there that are still playing for a reason. And to be able to do that in that moment and, have his family around him, have both sides were wearing that 7 decal just in honor of him, because he played for the brother. The brother's name is Martin. Although I don't want to mess his name up, but he played for Princeton and he wore the number 7, and he, was someone that paved the way for his younger brother to do the things that he's doing now. And one of the things that he had said after he got the MVP, they gave it to him because he did play a hell of a game. Again, it wasn't just just for the story, give him MVP. He gave him the MVP because he earned it and he played well. Excuse me. But also he talked about how, all the older brother wants to do is see his younger brother do well. And, that emphasizes the positives things about the game. That emphasizes what family is all about. And that's why, again, I'm going to be on the record saying this quite a bit, especially going into this week, do not patronize people, especially the folks that lived it, love it. Do not patronize them and tell them that this is just a game. It is not just a game. This is family. This is a lifestyle. And this is how people build their worldview and establish and teach some really, really important principles that are going to be valuable to you later on every single day of your life when you're done playing or when you're done putting the pads on. All right. So all that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, it's makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Check it out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.